Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you. Wetin we go do now? Whose side we go now? Whose side them born with them pepper we? And they pepper we with cayenne pepper. Wait. Anytime I sing, I know I like where they smile. Hey, wetin we go do now? Whose side we go now? Whose side them born with them pepper we? Then they pepper we with cayenne pepper. No, you know say they can do a mix. Every day must find way for embarrass me. Just like how my uncle can embarrass me. No, but you didn't embarrass me, my uncle embarrass me. Thank God you don't agree saying at the same family now, finally. No. I think you don't agree, you don't accept. No, you're not for balance. Not to that no come for. No, na in talk there we come for, but not for this we come for. But you hear the news? Then say deal done. After verification, na deportation. Then one for clean the image. You know, say this government not the joke with the image, eh? But now then the same one damage the image. So how this clean for clean now? Because the one where they talk for clean, then begin dirty the image. So how they for clean now? This we brother they have some pass God help now, but now they know how they stop. But you know say long time ago this man be don't confess say he put him passport business and he sell it. But interest still in Lilo and Slim they call say then they suspect say people and they sell the passport then go begin investigate. So I dey wonder now if they go investigate say to the caretaker. Well, if they want to investigate for passport, then for begin from the caretaker. Because the new style or the new strategy of ACC now anytime something happen right now then they go behind back. So if they for go behind back, at least we don't get true confession say this man put hand pan passport business. So they not for go to run back or they for left him. But wait to not to then they control the ACC what they talk. So I expect them for go back. The only time where they can go back now where you get for do with your position. Hey, me brother. Me brother. I think now you sound on kind side. Talk bala you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God that me won't be the can't that bully you. The last time I bully myself, did I bully you?
Same, 1-1.
Anyway, family, we don't come today, and we did inside we brought out the issue. Yeah. We did inside we brought out the issue. We still try to talk about things that really happen inside we had. Well, we don't get confirmation. Say deal done, and after verification, now deportation. Although then they try to play diplomatic games them, but the game don't bust out. I think things don't smell. I don't know. All man don't know what is the game. No way, no day for let the eye bend the finger again. And we they come today for talk about different things. Then we get for do with this verification, deportation, passports, and all. Yeah. My name is Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter, and this is the program we are.
And me, the Bible, Kablai, spare no soul from the north, the biggest warrior with the sharp cutlass.
Please, if you just come and just to join me inside the program, please not forget to hit the like button for we. Take time only no book your television or your phone, but just hit for the like button. If you're new to this channel, 90% of what we talk about get for do with the things that where the government they do, where we consider saying bad things them to the people and to the country. We as well do with 10% of the opposition and any other business. But why we do 90% of the government? Now because the government now then we go say now the vote control and then the control things then now then get the responsibility for make the country run. Remember say caretaker been tell we say when they hit the ground and hit the ground running. So we dey follow them bien for make sure say when they run we dey run. But it's like for say from where they hit the ground they not able for run then just fasting like when they can say this speaking non beba. That's what they can say.
Yeah.
Beba, that means say they go before they can be and just sit down and place. Yes. But we find out say this government all time they clean their image. Well, we can't look inside the image where they clean. If not to dirty bandage and they don't wrap on this image, or they don't make sure say the image and damage are more. Now this we can't look inside today. But remember on this thing. Caretaker Bio, when na my own uncle, by the way, if you just join me, na my uncle na ya. Let me understand that one day. He always don't they ask we say, let we not judge him at the beginning, let we wait at the end, then we judge her. I remember on this word, we come back just now.
I know it's hard for my people. I was expecting this, but I didn't promise simplistic solutions that will only last a week. I promise a total fix, and it will take time, and I'm working on that. I want to be judged at the end, not at the beginning. We have only started a long journey, and I'm going to assure Sierra Leoneans that we are definitely making progress in terms of making sure that Sierra Leone becomes the best destination for foreign direct investment, which has an impact on definitely providing a better quality of life, because it will provide jobs and other opportunities for Sierra Leoneans to be able to have a better quality of life.
Well, of course, me Fambulem as una don hear and see the video where we play for una where caretaker Bio, where the rule we right now, where we all take as we papa, where we take say now for amend with problems them. Now this he come and talk, say make we the citizens them not judge them for the beginning, we for judge them for the ending, or to the end of in 5 years. But as we talk now 4 years the patasu, whose judgment will you get for them? Well, we can't look inside, then think that the tigi one.
But it right for let we say let we wait and judge them in the end, not in the beginning.
Well, I feel at the end with this so now. We don't move from the beginning. Because now 5 years he gets.
Well, if sometimes at the other 5 years now they talk about
no, but now these first 5 years, in the beginning to the ending, now in get in faith for the other 5 years. So don't not count that 5 years they eat. Make we check first the first 5 years.
I mean,
not just in the beginning.
Married where the sweet now from the bachelor's eve. Pikin, we come for better.
Now the way they design.
And that fall where you see begin do something in foot must no say better no they.
But you said you don't know.
So and all of the things them this not all count for, but let's touch on and small. All of the things them where they talk about, where they been done the promise. It's still we wait. You see, this man I can tell when I say he gets sense. He gets sense for life, but at times when he see crowded the fool. Listen to this. Most of the things that we are the big things that where they make people their mind and shake and feel say it's serious. None of them in manifesto. Lunge Bridge, it did it.
No.
Airport, it did it. Bakery, it did it. Street lights and the traffic lights and solar lights them. It didn't in manifesto. These are the big things that we talk about right now. All of them things that we talk about, None of them know that manifesto. One time he say, let them wait. When election reach, let them watch a manifesto. If anything they will not do, then let them take and say they lie. But how then go see the things they now where they don't talk, where they don't promise we, where they never did the manifesto? You know, if we say they try for play game and hide behind a finger.
Well, for several times, me don't tell you now, I say, caretaker bill, now somebody we know they follow a word. In other way, na caretaker we the light we broadly light. And it don't make as an habit from in beginning where it say make you know judge to the ending where we do so right now. Not only say now it say not judge me in the beginning, judge me to me on ending. But all of the things them where we see, like what you just don't mention, the big projects them where caretaker bio come and shout fake people, no mistake put them in manifesto. Because even when you put them in manifesto, I don't know for you where they enjoy right now, but me not see it implement nothing.
Okay, some other things then they were going for touch on. You know, quick one. Today I get one shocking voice note we can meet me. The person then this kind urgent way. They are Sembepe, we had. They are not confirmed for me, but even when I be don't talk the other day, say they not arrest Adebayo. Today, I can't Kenima see them they gladly they say they don't arrest Adebayo. Not true. Now I laugh. I say, okay, well, wait to. Now I begin find out. I find out. Then I understand say the Monday, Koko and Jara. So the question now, why people learn from that part gladly? Or why people and some people are glad if they arrest them? For say this man don't turn canker worm so much that they no one for even see him for middle of the 2023.
Well, I don't feel say yourself on my brother for ask why make people and glad when they hear the woman say they don't arrest Adebayo. If Adebayo don't be threat to the caretaker when the president Bio, I feel say in supporters them also Adebayo for be threat. Now here we see Usai caretaker Bio, she don't already you caretaker Bio of all, a old president of a whole nation. Right? Somebody where they under you, when a Sierra Leonean, you go to media, you're not able to, it be so petty and call that other one, you know, Holland, it talk boku. So to me, even the caretaker be afraid of calling Adebayo a name, so that don't sound say Adebayo a threat to the caretaker. So if his supporters they jubilate, no regret, no feel regret or doubt. Also, you get, they always tell you, say, we get idlers them on the social media, where then they are in their own interest. They know they talk the truth. Me self listen one audio and see one write up where then get one guy who they make noise for SLPP na social media where they call something Kaloko. Shamelessly, that guy they come and talk things that were not even near waiting up on a jamming against Adebayo. I was like, wow, are you serious? So now so the social media don't day. How the caretaker be afraid of Adebayo? Now so his supporters they be afraid of us. So, but we don't know the reason why, because I think say everybody get rights to an opinion. So if somebody they come and talk what he feel, I don't feel say for be problem to nobody. Now the world where they live today, I don't know why this government don't take that they lost and they all bend and put it on that table.
You know that I'm the biggest fan of Adebayo?
First you tell me.
Caretaker Bio.
Yeah, they listen secretly.
It's not a secret. You know, in support of them, the cause. Later you, and them, now the SLPP, I mean the government, now they are the biggest fans.
But of course.
Because every day they why you waiting they talk. And then get them the board and where they can tell, say, you listen, and then you tell me waiting at this thing. Every day they why you waiting they talk.
Oh yeah.
Every day. Especially if something happen. Then they worry, then they bet, the Agba. Then they only tell what thank you if that will not put more spanting we get for those them. So we wait for see waiting will happen after this Germany business. We wait for see. And quick gist, like you know something again with regards to this speaking, Aisha Conte. That picking way then be alleged say kill him, the person will be one for rape him. Well, this picking still in a police custody, and then they try for see what they can do. as in they don't take several statements from them. They don't get lawyer for them, serious lawyer them from a reputable law firm. Where then they try for see how best then go able for fight this speaking in case. Interestingly, 1 month before this speaking in case, similar thing like that, the back don't happen. It's like for say the man they for be very careful right now. The man they especially wake you for do mommy and daddy business by force with woman. Another picking where we understand again at around the same age, 14, 15 again. Another guy back go for go do mommy and daddy business with him by force, beat them, wound them, check in your uniform. Then they end up for do the set, and then the same thing will happen with Aisha happen back to that other person there, but that day in your case not been come out. Yeah, and the thing will happen now that it's like say now the same side in Aisha day. So these guys, the guys then for be very very careful when they deal with woman. Then when woman say no do me no do am.
No, I mean I know they advise anybody for be careful. I just like how it happens. So like continuously they happen to them. When you take small picking, put her inside room for do mommy and daddy business to them, make the thing go they change so no more. Let them they go like fall.
No, but the problem now, if it continue for happen, then they unbug the picking them school one. Because let's say the time when this picking one take very important exam and this thing don't can happen. It unbug them because investigation when police case don't come inside, they don't care waiting italic for you. So you see?
Well, now the salon where they live today, though you get organizations there where they pass and shout, say, then they look after them in case they are, they ever hear their voice. They ever hear them talk anything concerning them, more especially if find out, say, now from the side where they get interest, now that person they come out, now they serve the help for cover that particular case, the bots. God big past them.
Okay. All right. I think we will avoid this issue small bit. I will just want to get a small gist before we go inside the issue of the day. One video bust out on social media. We don't make crowns now. Lilo and Stima. We don't talk about that. Interestingly, I don't follow the team. Fine one. I don't able for see the dates. Not to be 2019. Then do this signing for Germany. Then do them as then come so. August, September, within that time they then sign this agreement. You understand? So in the first place, I would like for let we go back and let we begin watch this video. What thing we do, this video will surface now the social media, we able for see them, but at the same time we go back and see another part of the video where we say get interest and then we bring and come. But in the meantime, relax whilst we upload the video, get yourself this particular music and enjoy yourself for the comeback gist now, yeah?
Now we go.
Now we anything happen, it happen. As the music don't play, we were there. Now a group of people right now they enjoy. Now a group of people they smile. Now then they laugh. Now then they provoke us. They don't put with brothers and sisters them by stress, worry. inside Germany. But as I said, God big past them. As my brother tell you, we can play for una the video, make some of una will not be know, or some of una will not be watch, or some of una will not be pay attention on this video this time around. Make you pay attention so you will know exactly how this thing starts. Now, we always tell you, say, when you listen to them people there carefully, you understand whose side they drive at.
Okay, so basically, this one, like my brother don't say, we want you pay attention and let you hear, listen and compare. Deal done after verification, narrating, deportation. Listen to this, listen to every word when they come out of Sierra Leone and Slimmer in mouth, and then you will able to see the angle where we come out from. After that, we can go into several other issues than we get for do with this passport business, okay? So now we stand in that. Let me listen this one. When they come back, G not for come, continue the discussion. Please, if you just join me, hit for the like button and share this program so more people will able for know about this particular discussion and the program we will deal with.
This morning to discuss this and many other issues having to do with the said issue. I mean, some deportees, asylum seekers who are waiting to be deported back home. We are with us in the studios this morning the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, who is not a person but Lahai Lawrence Lima. Good morning, Lahai Lawrence, and it's a pleasure having you.
Good morning, my brother, and thank you for having me.
And Lahai, you've heard of you've listened keenly to the insurance. It has to do with asylum seekers in Germany and other European countries who are faced with a situation of them being deported back to their home country. Can you help us make sense of what the real situation is?
Well, in the first place, the word asylum seekers was not the question discussed, or was not the issue discussed. So I'm talking about asylum seekers here. It's misleading in itself. I was away from the office, and I came back. I met buses parked on my parking lot. And I was told that the chief immigration officer gave instructions that those buses should be parked in my parking lot. And so I called the chief immigration officer, and he told me, no, they have guests who came with those buses, and that I should even go there to be able to talk to them on behalf of government and also representing the ministry. So I told my driver to find somewhere to park, whilst I got to the office of the chief immigration officer. And, well, of course, I almost met them rounding up, and so they decided to give a recap as to the purpose of their being in Sierra Leone. So I'm explaining it that they have people in their country. That is, I met three groups of people. One was from Netherlands, the other from Germany. Then, of course, there was a head of one organization called Frontex. And so they presented their account to me, the reason for which they came to Sierra Leone, which is to establish a bilateral relationship between or amongst those countries to be able to deport perceived Sierra Leoneans who are in their country without proper documentation. And so when the account was presented to me, I further told them that, well, in the first place, you claim them to be Sierra Leoneans, and it's good at least we've gotten such a bilateral discussions to open communication lines so that a team can be set up to be able to go and verify or ascertain as to those you call Sierra Leoneans, if indeed they are proven to be Sierra Leoneans, and you found them to be in your country illegally. We cannot deny them citizenship, and if you want to also deport them, we cannot deny that opportunity.
Now, let's say, for instance, those who've been apprehended or who are to be apprehended in those European Union countries, let's say, for instance, we find there are a huge number, a huge chunk of Sierra Leoneans among the numbers that will be captured and set for, deportation back to their country. What will then be the stance of the government?
I would not want to assume until that happens.
So as we speak, what's the stance of government in all of this?
Well, what we are saying, if you are in people's country illegally and, of course, you are apprehended, well, certainly government will not be an accomplice to that illegal act, and government will certainly work towards improving the image of government and also the image of the country by ensuring that if you are in people's country illegally, and if they want to deport you, we cannot deny you citizenship if we're able to verify that you are a citizen of Sierra Leone.
And of course, Lailo El Sinema, who is the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs sitting here, is saying that should our brothers and sisters are caught within those numbers, the government, of course, is of a firm view that they must be deported back to Sierra Leone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because from the premises you've laid, it's as if yes, there are Sierra Leoneans within those numbers, the
illegally still in people's country.
But of course, we all know the problems back home.
What is the problem?
One key issue is the fact that job opportunities is a
So
key reason why our brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone do work overseas to at least finding greener.
Because of job opportunity, you would want to occupy somebody's country illegally and perhaps even engage in criminal acts. You would want that to happen to Sierra Leone. Let's say Sierra Leone has all the job opportunities and you would want people to come to Sierra Leone illegally when you do not even have the opportunity to do background check and to be able to ascertain who are they, where are they coming from, and to be able to also stabilize the security of the country. Would you want other countries to compromise criminal acts in your country by letting their citizens to criminally enter your country? No, as a government, we are responsible enough to be able to rebrand the image of this country and also give respect to our citizens living outside there. If you are in people's country and you are there illegally, for any reason that the government of those countries want to bring you back home, and we are able to prove that you are Sierra Leoneans, we cannot deny that opportunity because it has its own implications on government, it has its own implications on our country. And so we would not be an accomplice to any illegal act. And therefore, we believe that Sierra Leoneans are responsible enough and will therefore not dare venture to enter another man's land illegally. We believe they are responsible enough and they will take all due process necessary to be able to be in those countries. The issue of talking about asylum, it has its own legal ramification. If you're in another man's country seeking an asylum, then there must be justification for which you are living there under that particular category of being of actually staying there in that category of seeking asylum. But that itself has its own legal implications and political implications itself. But the presentation that was made by those representatives who came to the office of the chief immigration officer presented a case that they have people who are illegal occupants in their countries and most are perceived to be Sierra Leoneans.
Now we talk of the economical gains. You and I know, for instance, for the fact that you have relatives overseas, in one reason or the other, you must have been getting some economical gains as a country or as Sierra Leoneans. But it's as if one of the key measures that your ministry and of course the government is trying to apply is the fact that they want to instill discipline. And so therefore, if for any reason our brothers are caught there, as illegal occupants living within those countries, they must be deported. Is that the case?
I see how you are struggling to really justify illegality. I cannot justify that, honestly speaking. And of course, if you justify illegality, it downs on your reputation. That's more the reason why you are even struggling to flow with
I'm not even struggling.
No. You are actually meandering or circumventing the issue of me lending credence to illegality. I cannot stamp that. This government cannot stamp that. And I believe Sierra Leoneans will not engage in any illegal conduct outside to dampen the reputation of this country.
So now let's say, for instance, those who be clamped out there, in these European Union countries, let's say, for instance, they are not Sierra Leoneans, and they ask that they should be brought to Sierra Leone for the mere fact that they produced a Sierra Leonean passport out there, claiming to be Sierra Leoneans and not even speaking our mother tongue, which is, of course, the Creole. Is the government ready and willing to occupy them in the country?
That is why, of course, we ask them to. That is why they are asking us to open communication line. If there is communication line, we will be able to vet those claimed to be Sierra Leoneans. And vetting, of course, requires expertise. So if you are ready to send in the team, you have to send in the experts. We even further ask them to also help us with capacity, like training, to be able to train our own personnel here, to be able to have the capacity sufficient enough to ascertain those who are Sierra Leoneans and those who are not Sierra Leoneans. But likely, I would not even want to also give people the insight as to how they can even claim Sierra Leonean citizenship or not. But as much as I know, if you are Sierra Leonean, you have what it takes or give indications to verify that you are Sierra Leonean. So if anybody claims to be a Sierra Leonean, the team that will be leaving here to go and verify that, they will have their questionnaire, right, to ascertain or do the background check to verify whether they are Sierra Leoneans.
Then the issue of imposters, residing out there, holding on to our Sierra Leonean passport is, of course, a worrying situation. So then what then is the stance of your ministry, in as much as you are, you're supervising the operational roles of the immigration of the country? What then is your first point of action with regards to this issue?
Well, of course, it is not a strange phenomenon that the anti-corruption and other government units are actually pursuing certain officers within, of course, the immigration department for issuing out passports to categories of people in the first place who are not entitled to them. And if we are also able to discover that aspect again, that our passport is owned by people who are not Sierra Leonean, we'll be able to trace the source. And once that is discovered, the one who issued the passport, because there must be time as against when the passport was issued, will find out all of those who conduct the investigation. And if anyone is found wanting, then he can be brought to justice.
Well, of course, my people, as Unadon hear and listen to the video where we just don't play, where the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Lahai Lawrence Lima, being come and clarify things them or talk the way they go around concerning this deportation issue. We don't turn kangaroo now we brothers and sisters them today in Germany. Well, when we begin the program today, we tell you, say, today, we bring you things them where for bring your mind behind back so you go know exactly how this whole thing starts. Well, now some of the information now some of the finding that the show gets, now we archive or decipher, bring up to you so you're able to understand how it starts. But honestly speaking, me people I don't even get appetite for talk on waiting like Lawrence Lima talk, because from then 2 days where we brothers and sisters they and this kind of stress, I know how they feel. So for you wanna be know where they go and talk, say now just verification, then go do for people where they use salon passport where entitled to them. This na him be don't come on. At the time when them people that can sign, as always when they're ready for put their rotorata, they say but I know as I say, I not even want to talk on waiting like I Lawrence Lima, because as I myself don't watch this video, it don't reflect me mind back somewhere where me mind they bleed. But listen to a first statement where he tried for talk, say when he come to my office, he meet bosses them park. Me people will be telling us say vehicles then they will people have received with keys them will be done display on social media also where the foreigners they have been go with. I don't know if not donation or they go dash them or anything, not the reason where they be go them to they have for. But them to they be go there along this delegation where been go for, go discuss about this deportation business. But as I don't clarify them to we say, that we don't tell them people that say anybody when a Salomon when in other man country illegally will not get documents. If that country they decide for deport that person, they there as a government, they open their 2 hands for receive that particular person day. And a draw comparison say if you self na salon, a foreigner come where this that wait the talk they always talk na rotorata, but we can understand the time they talk their rotorata talking at the time where pen and paper you don't enter where small thing you don't kind of account them, they don't care again, but the masses they don't care again, but you will vote them because this not come by you will vote them even. But I mention that because people again will vote that they among this particular stress. People who they argue for them, people are they among this particular stress. But this is not our politics. Them people that don't dirty the water, they don't dirty and dumb. The deal we don't sign, it don't sign dumb. This now only the German government work with their discretion now, they decide what they want to do. But them people that don't get nothing again for do as we the talk. They don't sign, they don't receive what they receive. So I don't want all the line so long at the left the borders. I tell you now, I don't even want to talk on this particular one with Lawrence Lima come and talk in the media at that time.
Okay, you don't nearly knock all the issue. First of all, he said them people are not considered for be asylum seeker. you know, na people and where they live na other people in country illegally. Because if they're an asylum seeker, then they get things them where they govern them or make them able for then that category they. We all know say anybody where they go na Europe and must go seek asylum as long as not based on invitation and other work business, they can't seek asylum. Whether the process they on, the process not they on, you na asylum seeker. Do you understand? So for life, first of all, they say, it's in fact, it go to the extent they say, then people are, because then are other people and they land them illegally, then are criminals them. You call your own citizens criminals. And it go further for say, not to because of job, for make them left the country, for go then other people in country illegally. Are you kidding me? Almost job you don't provide for people them, when they not agree for work. Almost jobs. People, they left the country because of economic hardship. We know the stress on the fact that this thing happened under Una regime because some people don't even left before Una they come na power. Some people don't they oversee 10 years. They're not able to get documented, then still they try for fair ways. The process now overseen now with time. But if you say because then they not get paper, then are criminals, it's a shame that you as the internal affairs minister, this is the way they talk, you see a very like na big lie man. Because you're not able for what the presenter find, you're not able for study for let it get the way out it present in matter, you see busy the plotting and they make a mouth for fan words them just like how caretaker be okay turn up the ceiling where the
now that I just want to remind you.
Sorry?
Now that I just want to remind you, see how he must they talk.
True. They say born me and fiber you. I be don't tell you this the last time.
Go ahead.
It go further because if you don't first of all talk say people are not supposed to leave the country because of economic hardship. Maybe brother, you know opportunity not being gets. The time where you not been the opposition, where the weather stood where they bend na your foot. Wait for take transport, maybe sometimes they pass you pile in some cases.
I padio.
Sorry?
I padio small.
No, not a matter of party. When you come in a position where you feel say then they pay you well, your status don't change. Not forget who say you come out. This na people them as it can power. Then can power the same year. It not take 6 months. Then go out get after them comping them. Where they go and find greener pasture in other country. Where they go for let them protect them in other country. Can you imagine? It just forget quick the status where been there. The situation we been there in that poverty life, that wretched life, it forgets quick. Now, it talks not a job. This man not been even get good thing for it. The time when they pull on at the army. If he been get opportunity, he left, but he not been get opportunity. Nobody not been there for help and for left. Now the only reason I don't be making it in the country. But now because opportunity don't come for them, he forget to say he come out. Now then can people out there say, wait for down inside water, it feels saying a fish. You don't know say water would dry by one day. You don't know, you just don't forget. Now all waiting the law in Slim are concerned about in a power, and as far as they're concerned, it can do all thing, talk all thing, and then nobody no get right for stand up to them. Nobody. This is very, very bad. It's very bad for let it forget quick like that one day. Caretaker Bio, the time when he just come, he said he provide 2 million jobs for people then. I wonder if he don't provide 500 jobs. Because I know say most of the people that way they give job. Now the people that way be don't support them. Now the people that be don't deal with them. Now the high level, not even the one that way support them. The one that way then sabi face to face. Now they give job and a government job. Who saw that job be get within the country for give person? Almost factory they don't open. Coco. That job who say be employ 1,000 people and they tell when I be opposition.
Big time lie, man. Go ahead, me brother.
I feel say I for do business. I employ 1,000 people. That's not enough. So I for come back and become president. So I will able for do more jobs or give more, make people their lifestyle be okay. 4 years. Then they tell we say things not how you see away the outside now. Away can inside what you see now. They make you able know it in the reality. You know be know that one day. When they tell you about propaganda, if you say na picking play. Now you don't see waiting at propaganda, the fruit of propaganda. We dey talk about things, how things difficult inside the country. We dey talk about it every day. Let's continue. He say, hey, Papa God. If them na Salon people them, and then other people see say them for deport them, they not get option, but them for go ahead and deport them. And then as government, no go deny them, then go welcome them. The deal is a done deal. We can't go inside the other part where we say after verification and deportation, these people and they try to play with people. Interestingly, that's one thing, brother. You know, say right now, all the one the way they do this protest so that they mark them face.
But of course.
If God make them people, go now we country. As they reach our airport, now CID and they carry go. They all face, they don't take note of them now. So, Papa God, you waiting in heaven. If you, now you create we, now you give we life, stand in the gap of them people there. Because from where then they in Europe, they're not able to forget paper, but somehow, okay, if they can't go, it will be the worst in their life. Because waiting they happen from Europe to Pademba. Because as then they pull them, not to all, as then they pull them, where they can't go, from airport to Pademba. You know what they make? Because then talk, things them where this government no like. This government not the joke with the image, oh. You hear what like Lawrence Lima talk? They not the joke with the image. But interestingly, they will get an image and then they damage the image. Because the bandage safe where they put pan the small scrap where the country don't get, it smell with stuff. Papa God, help with brother and sister them. Do ya? May they not return back. Because if they return, when they say the damn the day swallow the hour. I don't know if na so them talk amo. But you know what I mean, eh? It's not go easy for them in their life, oh. It's not go easy at all. The frustration way some man go deep and if you not take time, pass and they see the work and a treat the talk by himself. Or pass the read and say, hey, that boy will just come over and say, don't die yo, or that girl, don't die yo. Papa God see them. Now you didn't make we breathe. No mortal man or the way they live without water. If the German people them they live without water, let them send, then go able for send we border them back. But if they're not able for live without water, they're not go able for succeed for let we brother them go back or we sister them. Papa God help them. Help them. Help them. Do you help them? Let me continue for see what this guy been try for talk about. This particular thing, if they receive, remember one time in there where the German been don't stop some country then we don't tap for give copper to some country then. Then stop for give and Salon they amongst the country. We are they amongst the country them where then we don't tap for give money. Listen like Lawrence Lima say, then thing they ask to them they do and for improve the bilateral relationship, for improve the image of the country. You know what that they mean? Improving meaning say, if we didn't have your good book, you we don't tell we say we people and do to you. Now we want to people in back because when I say we don't want them. You see, we the cooperate with them. Okay, we want this couple. We want this couple. Now lent we know. Because we good pan bigger. We good up and bigger. But I tell you one thing, any papa wey for take care of him pikin pass the go neighbor house for go big, and not they ever get respect in life. In pikin, not they ever get the big mouth for make boast of him because he knows him papa na bigger life he depend. And listen the other day to Caretaker Bio on the eve of the independence where he talk na mosque say, you pikin say self when you did do good, it be proud of you. So me question why they ask now. The papa we get now we had, you proud of him? Let the comment down in the comment section. Please hit the like button. We get 400 and something people when they watch the na YouTube. Please give it 300 likes, please. Thank you very much. Hit the like button. If you feel say what we discuss here, day of interest, and you feel say we day up to the post, please hit the like button. And for you where they watch now Facebook, thank you very much. Please, you do the same. Give a reaction and then you share the program. Thank you very much to the one that would all like and drop the reaction. And the one them as well we don't share and left them comment. We appreciate you now so much. Please allow other person for come by way I can share this now your WhatsApp, now your Facebook and whatever platform or social media handle where you be part of. Okay? And even on our groups them. Thank you very much. Okay, now we don't hear waiting Lahai Lawrence Lima say. Where this now get the biggest contradiction in all time. This now ain't been not expose the government because the government been get their own way how they want for look at this whole thing. But interestingly, on Radio Democracy, some of us see we don't put that post there today. On Radio Democracy 98.1, okay, we been see Usai then been do a report on this whole thing will happen na Germany. So what thing we go like for do? Please, this na a report and a radio. Listen very well to every words inside the report, yeah? This na Musa Kamara put them together to Radio Democracy. So please take note and you can follow the Good Morning Salon program. A very interesting at times. You can get things them with they of national concern. Yeah, please listen to this report and then when they come back for can discuss the waiting come out of the report. Waiting I want to listen to. I want to listen to something. Let you listen. Take note of the word after verification na deportation, yeah? Listen, when they come back just now.
Stop deportation! Stop deportation!
Salon community na Germany, they demonstrate against deportation, where according to them, the German government don't serve over 1,000 Salon people with emergency travel certificates, which show sign of deportation. Al-Aji Bawa, na one pan the people them where they face this challenge, and na one pan the representative for concerned Salon people na Germany.
Some of you don't work for 2 years, 1 year plus, in their life stay. We don't work, some of you don't want to kill them, we don't integrate, we don't learn the language. Now, na time, na access, we don't get access, na time now for no get people almost. Now then go talk to the Salon government for can't travel, for can't share what you call emergency travel certificate. So that emergency travel certificate, they lead people to deport. Well, now what you want to talk to the government? If the government don't give emergency travel certificate, they're not going to deport nobody now.
As Al-Aji Bawa say, they don't receive travel certificate for bring them back na Salon. The information officer na Salon embassy na Germany, Idrissa Iltin Gogra, say the process where the German government together with Salon authority them na Germany they do now, not for deport them, but na for verify for know whether na true Salon person, and do that not a true Salon person na Germany. As he say, plenty people get Salon passport and other documents them where not to Salon people, and they pan drug steal and other bad thing them where they give Salon community bad name. We make German government together with Salon don't begin verify for no whether na the Salon citizens them.
It's not about deportation, repatriation. This is just a simple thing. This is verification. For proof, if you are a real Sierra Leoneans. If you are a real Sierra Leoneans, that's been the dialogue. Say, okay, we get a peaceful Sierra Leoneans there, but not to violence, not to racism. This is about your government here. It's not about, Sierra Leone government. But because the government responsible, now it make it even send people there for look into their case. This not all deportation. I just give them the warning. Let them abide, let them go. The one that already let them go for the interview as Sierra Leoneans them prove they say they are Sierra Leoneans. Now them people then they go there in record where government will say, okay, we get this number of Sierra Leoneans and where they not get paper. Do let them learn job, let them learn skill. They not get for can again for can cause problem waiting. I feel saying that that's therefore they think about now.
For saying a verification, not to deportation, now one way the concerned Salon community na Germany no agree with. Al-Aji Bawa, na the representative.
They're not a dirty we ace or for tell we saying that this. Nobody from the embassy no ever can talk to Nala tell you this. We there since Monday under cold, now na winter. Just like when it's a rainy season, rain the cow they under here. because now they go and pick people and they host them for car, because when we go and pick people and they host them cow then can I tell now that statement where they say one debunk that statement. The people wait man they lie. Now black man go and do bad, it takes you can't do bad on the spot. Wait man they would all live now for more than 4-5 years. Anything they want from you, they tell you plain at the letter. And we get the letter there. But if we don't go school because you're not Panjaman and they write all things. We read everything. We go to a lawyer then, some of a lawyer then tell you say not deportation. So maybe the government not tell you say not just identification, not to deportation. No to identification. The people and say where they don't identify you, then they give out something they call travel certificate for deport you when people and the authority from your home country, because then they make them clear by the letter. And I want let the whole world and let the government know say now so the people they say we get the letter. So if the government they go talk say or the embassy they say not just verification, no, not a verification. Because we if not have verification, we not for them free.
Waiting next from Saloon government for sake of this issue. I turn again to the information officer at the Saloon embassy in Germany, Hilton Gogra.
We will meet with the appropriate leaders then, with the German authorities then, before we go talk to we brother and sister them, we then at least they demonstrate.
What in that they talk? What in that they talk when they talk to the German authorities them? What in there inside this engagement?
Well, it's very simple. They don't see people then at the country, we don't get people. And they want to know who side them come out. Okay, so we as a government, we they come in and talk to them, say, okay, we don't come since we get a bilateral relationship between the two governments. We don't come for can talk to the people them. Let them come, let them go out of the streets. We sit down now a round table talk, not to cause they don't this.
So from after that meeting, what in are the expected outcome?
Well, the expected outcome will come. I go write and send out the media, and I go talk to the media back about the expected outcome, and it will be very successful.
By the time I put this report together, according to Hilton Gogra, the Saloon embassy in Germany been there on their way for meet with the German authority them for sake of this issue. But as Saloon embassy in Germany, they meet with authority them inside Germany. The representative for concerned Saloon community in Germany, Maada Bio, get this message for governments.
They ask the government, may they not ever allow for takes their own people in a year, where then they develop their country for go them back home, for go turn idler, for go sit down, may they not spoil people and pictures then. People so some man don't sell all the property we get for Canada, for can't take care of your family, for better future then. If the government withdraw, it happened to Gambia, that's why we give example. Gambia, the people and then at deportation prison for deport them. The Adam Abaro send a signal to the German government say, they give a land permit. Because any plane where they come on here for go Saloon, they must give a landing permit. He said no, they give a landing permit, but always they don't give travel certificates. So now this will say the government for do for you for help. Because some of who don't go for cause them. Who they can't turn professional people and just now. We get different skills they all land. But they know if we not done now, it means we not land now.
Inside the 2022 budget policy discussion, where the Ministry of Finance just end with ministry departments and agency them, the Saloon immigration boss, Andrew Jaya Kaikai, been faced with the question for talk about the status of Saloon people in Germany and how they work on them. Usai Jaya Kaikai say, they work now with the German government for verify about 800 Saloon people where the German government want deport, but the immigration office get for prepare proper document for know that na Saloon person and do that na foreigner but get Saloon passport and other documents them.
Most of these Sierra Leoneans, you cannot deport anybody if they don't have traveling documents. And we went through the war. Then a lot of Sierra Leoneans were taken across as refugees. Most of those didn't go with passport documents because they were refugees taken from Guinea, taken from Gambia and the other places. So as a result of that, you have Sierra Leoneans living abroad with no documents. But they only surface in those countries which they reside when now they are dealing with immigration matters. And so we get that request to verify them because we don't want, let's say Germany now telling us they have 800 Sierra Leoneans. We cannot allow Germany to just ship 800 people into Sierra Leone and say they are Sierra Leoneans. So we have to go verify. But the great part of that is, don't worry about that, it does not affect our budget at all. Because each of these countries that call on us to go do these verifications, they foot the bill in most instances.
Some weeks after this statement and with the demonstration at Germany regarding this issue, make Radio Democracy been try for get the chief immigration officer Andrew Jaya Kaikai for know wetin dey happen from government side on this matter, but not be able get onto am as we don dey try for reach am for about 2 days now, but no respond. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa Kamara.
Well, now in that to me fambulem as una self don yeri for una self the speakers them we can represent the government waiting they don't come and talk. Well, this I think say either again. If you listen properly to waiting the command of the month, if they really know waiting will be the end up result of this whole situation. Well, of course, now from them, we don't get say this not a deportation, not verification, but now to them again, we don't get say after verification, not deportation. You know one thing, that people are key, excuse me, then people are can just mix up and box up themselves when it comes and talk business. Then they complicate themselves the same way how we caretaker can complicate himself by certain discussion or statements them not the same way EU supporters them where he can send for representative for talk can do the same. If you say this not a deportation but not verification. Now this man we don't come to the country, he can seek asylum, although Lael or Slima and not call him asylum, I don't know how you call him, we call him country to other man country.
Criminal.
Eh?
Criminal.
Yeah, he call them criminal, the people them. Could you imagine your citizens them? But okay, we don't talk about that just now. He don't talk say not to asylum, but when you come on your country, you can other man country. We know say na so them call them, you can seek asylum. Now you say na verification, but that man that from that first day, when they enter na this country, the first way that they ask you, if even you don't enter that country with document, then they ask you whose side you come from, whose country you come on. You must tell them whose side you come on. And then we brothers, yeah, we don't pass through that level today. Whose side them, you don't ask them, then tell the German government, then na Sierra Leoneans. Okay, if we say this na verification, because the informations that una just the damu for yourself. Then they be come on say you get people them where they are, where they do bad business, where some of them they prison. Now them una can identify, but we're not gonna prison for go identify the people them owner say that they give the country bad image. Una come na the Emirate house where them people they change the paper them where they call house vice. Now they una come and verify them. And now the letter don't meet them people with their travel certificate. They are way as una yeri Maada Bio waiting and we don't talk. So that now a clear picture say now then people can verify and then for verification now say now deportation. But make no mistake with brothers and sisters and mother Germany, this the egg it don't burst. We all don't see waiting there inside the egg. So this is left to you. It just left to you. Because even the chief immigration officer or whosoever we just don't talk the speaker from the immigration, waiting in the talk not even make no sense. And in way of talking, we can always tell when I say, white man, they judge you through your body language, the way how they play with your voice, when you they talk, how they play with your eyes them. All that one day they take a notion and lie, you they lie, not to better talking, they talk. And some of we don't they copy, they watch a certain movie that they copy, most of them things there. So when somebody talk lie, we really they know say now lie, you they lie. So the whole thing when we see inside this particular issue is may God help bother them, and if they get any other way for fight this cause, let them begin fight them. If not for escape first another country, they make them move there. But as the government, they hit themselves, jam, this pen don't go na paper. And money, couple don't can account. Where them people are not able to get again, only for make them proceed waiting them we don't sign for.
Okay, let's take them from the last side. Where you talk. So me take and say, even if, not get me wrong, even if they not take money at all, but the bottom liner, they don't sign and they don't get agreement. That is a done deal. Now we title say, deal done. Sierra Leoneans living illegally in Germany are coming home. That's not exactly, not to the deal done. Salon people them, if they're not Salon people them, the one the way they live in Germany, then they come home. Immigration officer, chief immigration officer. The only thing where he talk, he say, then say 800 Salon people them, they. But we not sure if now they're all na Salon people. So we dey verify. But if them na Salon people them, and then they deport them, we dey welcome them. That is why we dey provide for them the emergency travel certificate. You see? So, one thing being there, from where this thing begin, we don't begin talk about them. We don't look at the letter them. We don't talk about them several times. We say, people them, the Germans them, their authority them, they know they lie. Where they don't talk them inside the letter, say, you go for verification. After verification, and deportation. Even the lawyers them don't talk them. No to lie. But if you listen from the pressman from the embassy in Germany, when a Salon embassy, he say, not to deportation. Now waiting, now verification for normally then get data of almost people and they na that country they win a Salon people we not get document. Then the letter it don't contradict what in the letter say, but the chief immigration officer can confirm what in the letter say. When exactly that we brother and sister them na Germany been they talk about. Say the German authorities say na verification and deportation. So I dey wonder if not to this na the same person where them be one for beats. Where go for go talk back the same rubbish to them where them one beat them. So this na the kind of game where them people also they play. How you as a government not go be honest to you people? Them people here when the Germans don't pay a lot of money for their people here, then delegate here from Salon, go na Germany for go verify. You feel say then they do out of waiting. Because this na them plan and this na the deal done. Like my brother don't say, the egg don't boss. My brother and sister them wait up na Germany. Please, if una get sense and know waiting they happen, una hey, what's up? Oh? You know what I mean, eh? Please read the business. Na for what's up? Oh? No wait until then. Na for what's up? Oh? Okay, let me continue with waiting and say. You know, inside the budget, where they go read for let immigration get something, it don't very clear. It don't very clear. So all of waiting and they talk now, all thing na a done deal. All thing done. Governments don't do in business. They don't go to the fact that they don't take them people. I don't care and go for go verify. My brother and sister in Germany after verification and deportation, please be wise up. Know what you do now after the talk. My people are saying, wake up from your dream. Please, brother and sister them. Hey, then go out they can say foot maleka. If you na Salon post, you know what I mean, foot maleka. You know what I mean, eh? Okay, oh. Now for tomorrow bambai. Something there where Lawrence Lima been talk towards that in interview where we been play towards the interview. He talk something. He say the people them they sell the Salon passports. You remember that? Remember that, brother?
This morning we discussed this
okay,
and many of the issues having to do with the said issue. I mean.
Okay, so let me go down to that part, Siba. If we go able for get that one day back, yeah. On the issue of this passport sell business, please, I want to make una listen and listen very well to this last part of that interview we listen. So take note because now inside that issue there we can rub more serious one. Listen to that and we come back just now.
What then is the stance of your ministry in as much as you are, you're supervising the operational roles of the immigration of the country? What then is your first point of action with regards to this said issue?
Well, of course, it is not a strange phenomenon that the anti-corruption and other government units are actually pursuing certain officers within, of course, the immigration department for issuing out passports to categories of people in the first place who are not entitled to them. And if we are also able to discover that aspect again, that our passport is owned by people who are not Sierra Leonean, we'll be able to trace the source. And once that is discovered, the one who issued the passport, because there must be time as against when the passport was issued, we'll find out all of those who conduct the investigation. And if anyone is found wanting, then he can be brought to justice.
Well, of course, my people, we replay them back for make you pay attention na this particular side. Well, always we get waiting we can do. We get how we they present we own issues them or we own information. We always they tell you say we know they talk waiting who feel, but we always they play videos or audios followed by photos for make you know waiting with the talk, not to by we say with the talk up. Now I will reflect to mind back on this particular statement where the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Lawrence Lima, just don't talk about selling passports inside we had Wina Mama Salon. We all be know the kind of relationship will be there between we and England. Now, Saiwo will not be the get take visa for go. You know it at the top. Now, just tickets will be the get with some other documents. Then now we go so and we come back. Who side the selling of this passport begin now from this stage? Wait till make them in Banwi, where we don't begin take visa for go England now from this selling of this passport. Would that be the role model for sell this passport? Sorry, the people them. As soon as you say, there as a government they can investigate because the final say salon passport just to go 50% the way how it not supposed to go. We are in. Then they go now the immigration and investigate. Well, the people I feel say, from my own opinion or my point of view, if Lawrence Lima feels say therefore begin investigate but selling of Sierra Leone passports, therefore beginning from the caretaker winner, go Maada Bio. Maada Bio and I don't know how for call Abbas Bundu.
Naked
that
boy.
That poor naked man at parliament. Yeah. Where they impose on people them na the house. Then two people they have fambule for you will not be no. Or you will be no, you don't forget. These two people, now them people that be stand tigi one, tkanga one for sell a salon passport. As they be taken as ways and means for make couple on their own.
Olande, I think that the word that one day. Thank you. I be look for that word day. You don't count time. You say waiting for make waiting?
For make couple on their own.
So before you talk anything, or before we count this particular video, I want to ask me people that when they watch something, we fumble them. Do ya waiting na fake news? Fake news na anything where you they say for turn something or anything where you they say where you not get any evidence for back them up. But if we talk something and then we back them up with waiting na the real thing, na fake news that one day, or we they try to analyze and give taste to that thing day. Fake news, I consider from when we begin till we done, we not bring no evidence, we just give you opinion and talk just what you want for talk. That is a fake news. One time in day, then come up with one word na social media, say the caretaker gets this secret in the world. That is a fake news because not so true and nothing waiting. But we get one system where we say, we they talk inside, waiting, then talk. So, if that be the case, my brother just don't talk about, waiting at the last word we talk, I like that word.
They sell this passport where they don't take as ways and means for make couple on their own.
Interestingly, this word we talk so caretaker, they all talk the same thing, say them being they sell them for make money. You believe or not?
Tell people them, make them know now.
We move.
Show people them.
So you're also accused of selling the country's passport during your reign. Why?
When you say during my reign,
when you were in power.
Not when I was liaison. I only got involved with the passport because I was the liaison over the Ministry of International Affairs.
So you're also accused of selling the country's passport during your reign. Why?
Well, when you say during my reign,
When you were in power.
Not when I was liaison. I only got involved with the passport because I was the liaison over the Ministry of International Affairs or Foreign Affairs. Put the way you put it, it gives the wrong impression, like you take a piece of document and you go stand somewhere, it costs 10 leons, can you buy it? No. We have programs like that around the world. You can actually have a US passport, you can have a Canadian passport if you invest a certain amount of money in the US or in the UK and so on and so forth. That program had been started by the APC. It was on. In fact, when we took over, the government instituted an investigation into that program. When we realized that this was at the time when Hong Kong was about to be reverted to Chinese leadership, and Macau, most of these people did not want to go under the Chinese, so they were looking for to carry other passports. So this program had been working, had been there even before we took over, and we wanted to stop it. When we investigated further, we realized that yes, that's a good program. The details of it, I cannot go into it. I was directly involved. It was under my supervision, that particular ministry, and that program, we decided that it should continue. Why? We were faced with a situation wherein the World Bank and the IMF said we cannot take a penny from our treasury to fight the war. In the middle of one of Africa's crudest wars, we were not allowed to take any money to fight, to defend ourselves, talk less of the country. It was easier using the proceeds from that to buy arms and ammunition, and that was how some of us got involved with that. It was not as simple as taking a document, national document, and selling it.
So it was about raising money?
Of course. We used that for arms and ammunition. I refused talking about this for a very long time because I especially at the time when they started talking about it, because it's a matter of national security. The RUF would have been happy to know that we didn't have money, that we were even selling our own passport to buy arms and ammunition. That would have been a breach of national security. So for a very long time, I would just keep quiet when people talk about it. I wasn't involved. It was not during my reign. I was in charge. I was at the helm of this nation for only 3 months. But of course, I was in charge of the ministries of finance and foreign affairs, under which hegemony this process went on.
Well, una don't hear it for yourself. Waiting na the fake news where Bible and Shembe they spread out to people there. So you tell me you don't listen. As I reach now the part, I tell you say, Maada Bio and Abbas with other people they sell a salon passport. They sell salon passport when they be take us say the passport. Now a ways and means for them for make money on their own. You don't hear it. Waiting in self don't talk about the passport. He don't come and tell you the same thing.
You talk something one day, say passport, once you don't get them, you they renew every other time, right?
Of course.
So even if na 25 years, they don't sell this passport. Once this person don't lay finger at this passport, stay na your own. It don't register na the system. It continuously they change them. Now Chinese man will talk about, when you talk about the SIM gate, you talk about the waiting gate and all things. Chinese man, then criminal business na Africa, we know how they can do them. Now them, you say then because they know how to go take their own passport, then you look for quick spot for get passport. You sell them. You sell them because you want to raise money for do other thing. So even if not 25 years, some of we people them from when they born and then get the passport, also you need no more than they renew.
Of course.
So it's not possible say them people because mind you, not to Chinese man they no more than sell you, then sell different other people them this passport. They're not going to renew until now.
Yeah.
Waiting 25 years get for do this.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
So as I will say, the points where I reach na in caretaker bio, where you they come and argue for saying a fake news we they give out to people them na in you don't tell you to say they will sell this passport for make money, then use this money for buy arms and ammunitions. Well, as waiting me what I just don't ask me now, yeah, I be the way I tell you say this selling of this passports, whether they say they can't verify people that will get a salon passport, where they're not entitled to get salon passports. The one for Canada people there. They mention Nigeria, man, they mention so many countries them where they use with passports where they're not a Sierra Leoneans them. But you tell me, as waiting caretaker, you tell you, they begin sell this passport to Chinchon them. And plenty other countries them. Yeah? The question me brother just don't discuss. You feel say passports, nothing. Where they done, it not they done. When me name don't enter na the archives or na the system, say I get a passport, example like Ghana, where me not to Ghana. But Ghana man go sell, give me passport for make I get his passport. Me name don't enter na the system. It like na 100 years are still entitled to that passport day. Some of una follow. What are they kind of argue there? Una follow. Una full like the one they argue for. That man where caretaker Bio don't sell give that passport. Now that same man they can renew that passport so. And the system, the internet system now just they improve. You don't give access to that foreigner. You give them access for enter into your information, for get to your information. Now inside one room, some man they sit down, scan and do all that thing and forget all waiting he wants. If you want forger now, say when in a forger pass the one where you give. So if today, Laelo Eslima, one of the internal affairs deputy minister tell we say, then get understanding say people they earn passports and the person who can speak from the immigration say people they use a salon passport where they're not entitled to that passport and they can verify. And then Laelo Eslima said that it's time for investigate how we passport just don't go out like that. Caretaker Bio don't can prove to now say in a one and the people that will be tingy one for sell this passport. Why the investigation? No, they start there. But let me tell you the trick. What them people can play for any time they don't play Dabaru, then they fair way for draw the APC there. In Caretaker Bio, his statement here, what he tell you? He said the program, then we meet APC, we don't start up.
But the only
so now we assume now say
if
me and Sembepie, now me brother, right? But in get in your way, I they look at things. Me say get me your way, how I they look at things. But we all they try for make we push the country forward. Sembepie, I meet her, they do something. We're not nice for the country. Me as by the way, I forgot follow suit. I'm not fixing a way for upgrade. Now me right for make a wipe Sembepie your old system. If I feel say me want bring a change. I they wipe Sembepie your old system and bring me your system where people they able to jubilate with me tomorrow. What did I want they mean? As caretaker Bio talk say they meet the selling of the passport starts from the APC. And then but you know be alarm at that time. Why make when you meet that system there, you not come and wipe out, and then you and Abbas with other plenty people them una tranga one and begin sell this passport, and the passport don't rampart na the one on wall like you know rampart. So now una one can look for somebody who they can end this combo because the wild dog owner puts na anti-corruption commission owner call Ben Kelfala, as we can always describe him. If people like he set for animals them upline Ben Kelfala. Now so it not straightforward in not just a television where SLP can put on their old remote. How they want for better system go now so that they do them. When they go YouTube, whose channel all they want play, they all want to play skip out the remote. Now so Ben Kelfala day. When it comes to investigation, as we talk about passports, so now that they can look now for somebody, we don't get nothing. We don't even get money. Where it be able to and go put on a Pandemba road. Na in they can't grip say, na in they sell this passport. Well, now I'm afraid that you have the hook day for me tomorrow. They don't go set you up. They say you know one pandemic. When Caretaker Bio, when begin this with Abbas Bundu, they don't they enjoy the money that they take. Some of them they enjoy them. Now some of the money that Abbas Bundu make, where Pakabaka see say Abbas Bundu this kind of money where you don't make, you don't work for them. It's seizing property them. Now Caretaker Bio they try for release their property. Then they
hold on. You did mistake. You say they try for they don't release her.
They don't release them. Sorry. They don't release them. So for telling you, Caretaker Bio and the Abbas Bundu, they get a bond where they don't tie, where nobody not able can they starting from this passport issue. So Lilo SB, my mother advice as young man, as you say, una want try for investigate how the salon passport or rampart so today, una begin to Caretaker Bio and Abbas Bundu. So that they will not say, una they bring a fair play. I left you, me brother.
Okay, let's go other side, yeah. You see, when the person with the interview ask him, say the same way you be in a power, they accuse you say the sell passport, and they play skillful. Basically, no one agree say na him be in a power. They say na be the liaison, a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay. Now, na sell passports. So he play skillful, eh? He agree say then sell them. But he not agree say na him be in the lead. But when it comes to Leon Star and Nations Cup, he not to be in the caretaker that day. He na been something similar to this. The same liaison. But it be the same way so overseeing things in there. But he grip am say na he own term. Which of course we know say he only rule for I think 6 months. And the term when Leon Star qualify for go Nations Cup, then go Nations Cup, not to in have been the chairman, have been Strasser, but he grip him. But now na thief case, he play skillful and one take and batter over in head for let other person kitchen for him. But he not able to play fast, but get for grit to the team. So when he come for thief, you know what happen. And not until this team begin. Not to when they can have power, so then begin blame the last government for something. How they call and synchronize something. Nothing we always they in order. Anytime we something they choke them, they must make sure say they go back. But they can fail for stand by them points. They can go, but then they jam and come back. Then you can't see them say they don't expose back themselves. Now the same thing like this. Take control of this. When they accuse the Fatima say he don't thief plenty money, audit report comes say he used plenty millions, billions, leons, and not able for account for them. Waiting anti-corruption end up for do.
That's it. They go begin look for Sierra Leone in own time.
Now that they not to APC term.
Now APC term.
Good. Where it come for let look into certain things then. Like the parliament, for example, when the parliament misbehave for money business back, what did they say? They not say they so be not used for day in the last government.
Of course.
So that happen and they send in a control mechanism. So the thing now, we vote for let them come and give we change. We vote because we know say APC mess up. Because APC mess up, the people vex. And say what happen, then they vote them out. And indeed they vote them out. And then we vote for a change. This man promised we say if they can't give we total fix, total change. It tell we say the old ways of the APC, we no go see them. And then we work out things them, are very sorry, me thought. Then go work out things them, we go look okay for the people and the lives of people go better. But the unfortunate say when they come, the corruption where they talk about, the audit reports where they make more for taking kind of power, it can be na messes. The corruption where they sing national anthem for, where it come, that side where they say leakage, they meet leakage, then can open waiting.
Mediterranean Sea.
And now the seaside people and go left right now, eh?
Of course. Of course.
Now, you come, you talk about rest. You say people, they buy rest. They left rest 60,000. People, when 2018, people they buy rest 200,000. People don't tire of the suffering. When they come from 200,000, how much for rest right now?
Week before last rest now 420,000. Somebody whisper me to the back say you don't go over it. Try for investigate that particular information there.
Okay. All right, hold on. Annually rush. They make campaign on the kind way how the tax they triangle for people them. Then campaign about the rotting system na the country. How the last government don't dig hole. When they come, tell me, Maada Bio tell we say if the last government get external debt of $1.6 billion, that shows we not get any reserve. Right now, as we talk the last time, almost we debt don't go. $3.4 billion.
Discourage people them.
$3.4 billion. It means that we get reserve. If Maada Bio say 1.6, we not get reserve. 3.4 reserve day.
It's already passed.
Every day, the government they lend money. One time when JJ Safabin they explain, he said we go pay this debt in almost to 30 to 15 to 20 years. We pay the debt. When they take that was in 2019. So now if we don't go to 3.4 billion loan external debt, how then we go pay and done? Who's then we go? Because interestingly, when you get for pay person big money, you get money, you not remember for doing anything serious now for pay debt no more. And it will reach them when in the book of law, when you reach them, you're not able to pay the person in debt, it will give you condition. And one thing we see how placed, we see the World Bank, the EU and other people, how they place themselves in the economy. Nothing all day when we government want for do, when they know they ask for their consent. Because if they don't ask for them consent, what thing they happen? They know they give them couple again. So these are the things that we try for talk. Going back to this passport issue and why I go into all of them reference there so. People vote for change, but waiting we see right now na damage. We been feel said that they can't fix the economy, but now the bandage where they wrap the economy get tough, it smell. Then say they want to make people they don't tire of suffering, but people when a salon people in and out of the country they cry every day. With economy, the one the way they oversee, then they contribute greatly to the economy. I been listening to People's Power yesterday when they talk about the recent report where say 45% of what's in the come the economy get for do with the tax them when they get from them money they when they send for people in the country. So you see how seriously placed we are. Now let me go to this passport business. If true, you want for track who that's na salon posse, we not to salon posse, we get with passport. Not to the one that we not get document you for go to. They one they not present passport at all. They one they not present identification card at all. They not do that. All waiting and go talk, say we na salon posse. They not present passport. So if you say they all with passport, we they not to salon posse. If you want to track with passport, now anybody where they oversee, we want for renew in passport. Now you for try to find out if this person is salon person. So if Nigerians, Ghanaians, other nationality, the Chinese them, they all with passport. When then they come back for carry renew their passport, you go able to track them and not say, no, this not with nationality. How comes to get this? no, okay, this now with nationality. You know, now with citizen. But if you go to the one then, we no get no document with them present, and just go by mouth say, we are this person. How you want to go back and say, them not to Salon person? If not to just wickedness, where before say, you as caretaker bio, na asylum na make you get mouth today. The only reason we make you asylum poor in America now because you go and domestic, how they call it, gender-based violence. Beat, fet, and make them pull on your hand. For treat woman bad, I make them pull on your hand. When you want car over na England, when they can force Fatima for letting Fatima go give paper. If you say na paper no more you go get, not knowing na bone na throat you go to. Or get na throat. So these are the things that we will talk about. So now, if Lima say, then they investigate. The one them all, we don't they sell we country in passports. Do ya like how ACCK normally do. Where then they go back 5, 4, 10 years, 11 years. I beg gonna go 25 years now. Because I don't see people and they say, ah, but na 25 years, you don't take. I see Anyamako man 11 years, you not take. Yeah, beg. This you don't can now. Then say John permanent to owner John rest. No see no if John can able for eat the rest or able to wear him. He brother left you body.
Well, quitting the talk no more. You know, we know the ACC for always the drop backlog. And if it don't be so now, this time around, I think say like what you talk, we'll go beginning from 25 years because when information come up here about the first lady say it don't squander plenty couple now we had when it reached to the ACC side, then they go begin from Siang in time. Well, and it is not to say na Lawrence Lima say investigation they come up. Well, this I think for beginning from 25 years time, so we're able to bring in caretaker bio. Myself can answer questions them in front of the public as how and why he will sell the Salon passport in. Abbas Bundu as he don't clarify to win I say Islam because then we take them as ways and means for make couple on their own for go buy ammunition for car. Use them like how they use some of their ammunitions and they today so to people them for damage them back. The same ammunitions them. Oh na see no more way. Then they take oil the fry Panam. So the main thing here, we bring all that here for make una no say na so thing they go on because some of you don't forget. But I still they come back to we brothers and sisters in Germany. Now big with the big, with the plead. The information that will don't come up from this government, if you listen, that don't tell you say no sit down. Not sit up, no sleep. No waiting for do where you know wake up one middle net and see yourself in a salon. Waiting painful, but deportation famulem where you don't oversee, you don't use for live a certain life. Where you want wash, just they go open. That one matter candle. They call attack candle. If you don't wash, they say they mix them together, half and half. And then they take you back outside, they say they go pin buckets. If they take cup, you begin to bail them, they send them and you eat. And the reason where some people, where they take to mind, then they go off. Or whether flights they pin you down na airport, so until reach around 7 o'clock. Wait till they begin. Kerosene, cold water day. As you read and they, so man they go off. So for keep yourself far from that kind of things today, as people right now, they tell you how we don't tinat. Bone not throat, not to the artist too. Now they don't come and clarify to me. Plainly say, you get the person who can talk from the immigration, the German government for deport 800 people. So they no want for make the German people mix. Una hear carefully. They no go on for make the German government mix people around to salon man them inside this group. Then go put them down a salon. I mean they can't verify. They can't verify for make them no make they no deport. The one that they can't tell you say na verification to deportation. Na them police they get on social media for can't try the paint, they cover things them. the person you can talk from the immigration. The way I did talk so aggressive.
Wait, you don't know say if anything happen, it happen?
But if anything happen.
Hold on.
If anything happen, it happen. If anything happen, it happen. Now we
Of course, as soon as see where what they call a yayo, where chip, yeah, so big man at the dance. Where anything happen, it happen. Indeed, it happened. Now, he had the try for talk. So before it happened, so we brothers and sisters, them, we they try we best, we they talk and give we own advice where we able to now.
Okay.
As I may say,
go ahead.
Do ya? Before you find yourself, the side where be say, you don't take, you know, every person like cold water, the kerosene, or you know, bell water and cup for wash for avoid Germany not to the only solution. If you feel say where you go to any other country right now, you go seek asylum there because of the pot, it hot first in Germany, just spend side for go sit on serve food, you wait for some time. If you get for sick for asylum, you ask. Me, na me only advice that one day we are get for my brothers and sisters them.
I ask again. Anything there where we don't come in and fake something?
Well, but somebody tell we wait to knock out proof.
Or for say all waiting the government talk na fake something, waiting like Lawrence Lima talk na fake. Low begin now today.
But now them talk not to me talk.
Waiting caretaker Bio talk na fake.
Na incessant talk not to me talk.
Waiting the immigration boss talk na fake.
Na in talk not to me talk.
So why you call them fake news?
Well, now because some of we are blind big fool supporters them, so not care.
God bless you. Please, we get plenty of people where to watch, but please give me some likes. If you can give me 300 likes, we go appreciate them so much. Thank you very much to all the one that would like. If you don't like, no bother for like again. Thank you also to the one that will give it thumbs down. We say they don't like the program. We appreciate you so much. At least we know say you did. That's why you give it thumbs down. Thank you very much. And the one we view, we appreciate you so much. God bless you. You will share, you will comment, you will like. Thank you very much. Yeah. If you're new to this channel, please consider for subscribe. We'll talk about 90% of what the government they do we feel say no good for the people and the country. 10% get for do the opposition and the other things them. And if you already say caretaker, because the president now we refer to as a caretaker, we mean no disrespect. The reason why we call him caretaker because they in charge of we power. Now in the take care of we in the meantime for the time we give him that position there as president. That is why we are calling him the caretaker. Okay, we country Sierra Leone we are because we want to make everybody take responsibility because we know say when you get your yard, your compound, you're not going to allow anybody for out that about business DNT. So what you do, you make sure say you secure them, you protect them. So that is what we want you to be doing. Take care, take responsibility of your yard. Now I make with the call we country Sierra Leone we yard. You and our family members will always do it we. You know that, auntie. You and new when they become new members now we family. We welcome you. Please subscribe and hit the subscribe button and then you turn on the notification with the word all. So anytime we come on, you'll be able to get notification. Please. No competition. We don't mean any competition. We don't mean any disrespect to anybody. Please. Everybody do your own bits na your own little corner. Yeah. Respect to everybody, please. And even you then on other side, you know, sometimes they collect for follow the opposition. Sorry, well, yes, all right. Because we don't find out SIPP now na the opposition. Instead of then they attack, now then they attack people. So now they're not the opposition. So SLPP, I can follow them, program them throughout. and make sure say sometimes if we can count and program them na yaso for make sure say other people can see, like the Green Movement, the MB Attila, call the other guy, that guy.
I can't popo.
Kalilu, no, Kaloko, that's your name.
Kaloko.
Then we can count with them all and make sure say people are hearing we think it, and we can always tell people that when I as them say please. Not say because we're not in at the same party and not the support them, you know they listen to them. Listen to them because we there for talk inside waiting and talk. Remember the election at Kwenadugu, we listen to Green Movement. Abu come and talk say the strategy where they don't put for the Kwenadugu election, they're not going to talk about after the election we'll see. And indeed, we come and analyze and say, hey, be careful with this word. And indeed, after the election, we see the strategy now be waiting now for change figure. And indeed, now after the election, we see the real thing. So please listen to everybody if you want to get yourself abreast with each of them. And note the plans where other person gets. Because now only when you listen to your company, when an opponent, you're able to get something and use them again for them. That is why the other time, when they say Munku politician, I say, no, it's right. And in the midst of this time now, you get for listen to your company and make sure so you use any word where it talk for use them against them in any campaign. Yeah, so that is what exactly we're doing. We use this one for notice anything. If the government they do something way bad, we talk come and we make sure say waiting and talk now they talk back. So no way no the way you can come and accuse you say that is fake. If that's not fake, a big left go on them. If you feel say waiting we talk and a fake news, bye bye. But if you feel say waiting we talk now so it makes sense and exactly waiting they happen, please stay with us and enjoy you stay with us. Yeah. My name is Sembe, the freedom fighter.
And me, Nabai Kablai, Piano Soul, with the sharp cutlass from the north. Until we meet again tomorrow with another beautiful program, as always, we can do na this channel. I always like for left una say, I love una all, una may stay blessed, and we brothers and sisters them na Germany, no capuodo, capusens, and wise up. Stand up for your rights and future. Bye-bye.
Please share this program, yeah, because we know say this government, they make we cry. We cry inside the country, we cry out of the country. As the people in the cry in Germany, people in a hill station, IMAT, they cry for their host business, yeah. So we know say we they cry throughout the year and I cry no more they cry. We know they be full there with the cry back. God go see me through. You make me cry and I left you with this song where Baibure do for we. Baibure, oh yeah. Until we meet again. Sorry?
You busy body, you can't see.
Take it easy. Until we meet tomorrow inside another beautiful edition of the program we are. My name is Sembe, the freedom fighter. Ta-ta! God bless you. Love you.
You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. I got the freedom of living forever, sharing love with one another. I got the freedom of talking to you. I know the things that I used to do. Why you treat me bad, you make me sad. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need a love that can take me around the world. See my people smiling with the joy. I got the freedom, freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of living. I got the freedom, freedom of working, talking, smiling and eating. Oh mama, mama Africa, we are suffering, the masses are dying. Oh mama, mama Africa, how long we are living this life? You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. We have come again with the freedom, freedom, freedom. never come again. With the freedom, freedom, freedom. Freedom of movement, yes, we gotta move. Moving from one place to another. Freedom of expression, yes, we gotta talk. The things affecting Mama Africa, we are you. Look at our children are suffering no freedom. Mama Africa, we are you. Look at our children are dying from hunger. Mama Africa, we are you. Look at our children are killing one another. Mama Africa, we are you. Sierra Leoneans, let's come together. What if we now and say we from troubles? How long we are living this life? What if we now and say we from trouble? I'm afraid of revolution, Aja. Change the system needs to be changed, Aja. Change the system, we need the freedom in Africa, Aja. Change the system needs to be changed, Aja. Change the system, we need the freedom in Africa. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. African children, why you killing one another? Just because you want a power. African president, you selling your continent to the white man, Daddy God. Send on Lord Jesus Christ to come down and save it from the sky, cry. Papa God, send on Lord Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Rwandans are killing one another. Ugandans are killing one another. Sierra Leone, we've killed one another. Liberia, Nigeria, all over Africa. Praying for freedom, praying for freedom. We need the freedom, we need the freedom. Free from corruption, free from revolution, free from poverty, free freedom. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom. You treat me bad, you make me sad. I want my freedom, I need my freedom. I wanna smile, I don't wanna cry. I need my freedom, I need my freedom.
Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And done. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.